Well, Coach, we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 26, check 24.
Watson now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. 124. Watch the ship.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Monday, down. You ready? Coming, baby. Now coming, baby. Express.
On 1st down, it's Grant. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down.
First down, Raiders.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
734. Express. 734.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 2-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here I come.
Check. Line him, go. Line him, go.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. From the gun, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
93.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 20.
Now Carr. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
We always talk about, we always look for guys with fresh legs down the stretch of a long NFL season. Well, in Week 16, he's AFC Player of the Week, and looks like he's going to be strong for Week 17 as well.
Let's put that team on a buck.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's Watson. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. from the 29. Watson being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll run on first down. Grant stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They will run with Grant. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Got an open man. It's Fumagalli. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
He's mine. He's coming with him.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Deshaun Watson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
29, Express, 43. Down to lose one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
734. 43 is the mark. Double smooth. 43 is the mark, boy. 43. Check, 43. Right down. You pump. 36.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returning here is Wright. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Mike 21, check Mike 29.
This one quickly into the hands of Landry. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down, Watson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Now a man open down down the middle of the field. Jones breaking from the contact. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down the middle. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 29, Carr. Now he'll let it go deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Grant. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Express. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Express. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. 29. That's it.
Here's Carr to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On first down, it's Grant. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on 2nd down, Carr. And that is incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. You're mine.
Hey, orbit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Bolnick's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Wolfe, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun. Carr. And he's going to be taken down. sacked back at the 2. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Reset. 19. 24. Watch one. Line him up.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check 24. Watch safety creep. Watch.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check 15. Check 15. You go tight. Go slow. Come on. Let's go. Motion.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helps. They'll run on first down. Gordon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
54.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
You go short. Mike one.
Throwing on third down, Watson.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
A 30-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Carr now on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And now it's second down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Going for the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On third down, here's Harris. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Strip that ball.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Julio Jones with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Get him! 7:34. Express. 43. Check. 43.
Hey, zoom.
On first down, Carr. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
93. Express. 43 for Mike. Watch the run.
To throw again. Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?